Hello everyone, welcome to Shop Dev. So in this video series we are going to have a look at delegates in C#. So in this part 1 of the videos I will do just a simple introduction about delegates. So let's dive deep into the subject. So by definition, what is a delegate in .NET? So a delegate is just a type that represents references to methods with a parameter list and a return type. It is important to note that delegates in .NET are reference type and not value types. They are also termed as an object-oriented function or method pointer. And instances of delegates must only be associated to methods that have a compatible signature and same return type. Well, it is good to know that delegates are omnipresent in the .NET framework. Example, event handlers in a Windows Home application or any other components that have events. Well, they are nothing more than methods that are just invoked for delegates. Okay, even the console.write in console application, you can associate it to a method and print in a specific format or specific font color. Variables of a delegate can be defined similar like any other data type, like you declare the string variable. Okay, and one more feature of the delegate is that it allows method to be passed as parameters, for example for callback methods based on your application logic. Okay, so that was a brief introduction about delegates. So now let's have a look at it technically in .NET. So look at this line. So this is an example of a delegate of a void return type, so it is returning nothing, and a string as parameter. So what it does, we just need to assign a method to it for it to work in the .NET application. So the first, what we define is the access modifier, followed by the delegate keyword. Thirdly, we specify the return type, the delegate name. Okay, basically when we declare delegates, it will be of this type, and the parameter list. Okay, so this is just an example of a delegate where we are going to point it to functions that will display a message. Okay, and there are 4 ways where you can assign methods to a delegate variable. So the first one is make use of the delegate name. Okay, specify a variable name and use a new operator to assign a print message method that I have defined below. Notice that the return type and the parameter list of the method pointed is identical to the definition of the delegate, the same return type and the same parameter list. Next, what you can do, the second way, is just to declare a delegate variable and just assign the method name without parameters to the delegate. Thirdly, a third way of initializing a method, you can use an anonymous method. Okay, so first you specify the delegate keyword, the parameter list, and the method body. So each time you call this delegate, the corresponding message will be printed in the console. And a fourth way to do it is by making use of the lambda expression. Okay, so these two are identical in the sense that the only exception is that you're not using the delegate keyword, and this is the lambda expression way. Okay, so let's have a look with an example. So in the benefit of time, are already written the same program. Okay, so well, it is advisable to define the delegate outside the class. It can be in the namespace, or you can declare it in another worker class or library, and you can make use of it through your program. Okay, so this is the first way that we saw. We're just assigning to the print message method, which just consoles right on the screen. Okay, and you can pass your message that you can print within brackets just after the variable name, or you can also make of the invoke method with the message that you want to print. It is good to know that invoke is a default method of a delegate. Okay, so these are the other two ways that we saw, and you can see that there are no errors for now. Okay, so I'll just put 2 breakpoints here so that we can explore that our message is being printed. Okay, so it should be printing way 1, way 2, way 3, and way 4 on the screen. So let's run our program and analyze it via debugging. Okay, so let's check. So see here, way 1 will be printed on the screen. Okay, so way 1 printed on the screen, and now with the invoke method. Okay, so you can see way 2 being passed as a parameter value and printed on the screen. Same for way 3 and way 4. So this was just an introduction of the delegates. Okay, so next we are going to have a look at callbacks. How we can make use of callbacks. So I will make use of the same print method. Well, you have some design patterns that allow you to make use of callback delegates. So what I already have a print message here. Okay, so I'll add another method. So method with callback. So have 2 parameters, I and j, which I just do a sum, and I will be calling the callback. See, it is of type display message delegate, and the sum on the screen. And how to invoke that? So from my main program, I just call my method with callback, passing value 5 and 6, and after the operation should be printing the message on the screen. So I'm just specifying my print message as a function parameter here. Okay, so let's have a look. So we analyze it via debugging like we do in all our videos. So let's check now. So we step into it to see my method is being executed, and let's check. After the sum is calculated, should be printing 11 on the screen. So let us check. So I get the message 11 to be printed on the screen. Here we go. Okay, so 11 has been printed on the screen. So that's it, guys. A brief introduction of delegates. So let's summarize. So the key points to remember about delegates is that it is a reference type data type. Delegates can be declared inside or outside the class, but practically should be declared outside the class, so that you can make use of it throughout your program. And there are 3 steps to perform when working with delegates. Okay, So you must first declare a delegate, set a target method, and finally you can invoke the delegate. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.